Damn it.
Bitch. I've been watching. Sorry.
All right.
Right, here we go.
Save it for the show.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the basement.
Hey!
Hello.
Yeah.
Poor
This is the
impulse
basement.
control.
We in the basement. Y'all hiring?
Yeah.
Oh, look who finally!
You know what?
Look who finally fucking woke up.
Yeah. I was asleep for so long, I lost my job. Y'all motherfuckers hiring?
You know what? I'm looking for a job too. Y'all hiring?
I always.
Oh wait, I'm looking for a job too.
Y'all.
Are you all hiring?
Oh, he's gonna get the job. He taught pretty.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
used enunciation.
Yeah, I got a job once by saying, "Y'all motherfuckers hiring."
Y'all
Yeah.
motherfuckers hiring.
So how was your time at the milk farm?
At the milk. All right.
Man, his guy looks like he knows how to tug a teat.
Yep.
Derp.
Sounds like y'all
Tug a
hiring might be the
teat.
title of the show.
I'm just telling you.
Thank you, Kiki.
He's got that wrist flexion that can sure fill a bucket.
Y'all hire. How am I spelling hire?
It's HIRIN apostrophe.
H-I-R what?
And make sure you get the apostrophe after the Y for y'all.
apostrophe.
Drop the G. Drop the
There's
G.
no G.
Yeah.
Okay.
Add an
The
apostrophe.
G,
Y'all
the G
hiring.
is silent.
That's
All
the
right.
title.
Okay.
She is silent.
There's no G there.
Because it's silent.
And it's invisible.
This show's never had a G.
He wants to know if you're hiring. He's Jay Whitaker.
What's up, y'all? Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for listening to this podcast. We love y'all. I got some cool shit coming up that y'all need to be a part of. January 21st.
Okay.
Right? I'm gonna be at Squatters, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He's filling in for me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be out of town, and this was planned. It was a whole accidental thing. It's a Not Safe for Work podcast that we're doing at Squatters, and we're bringing back the morning show beer for that one day, the Red as Hell Ale, for just that one.
That's like one of my favorite beers of all
It's
time.
so good.
It's back for just that
fucking
one
good.
time. Then there's a commemorative pint glass that goes with it, and it's brunch. And Jay is going to sit in for me.
Yeah.
So I want him to wear the clothes that I gave him. Remember
Oh,
The plaid.
the clothes that I
yeah.
have, the plaid shirt and the hat?
And
When I was
fedora?
Kerry Blackson, remember that?
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna be Kerry Blackson.
So I want you to wear those clothes for the podcast.
That's beautiful.
You know,
I'm
he
so
probably
excited.
gave those clothes to a disadvantaged stripper.
Hello.
And if you need more,
I know. I only hang out with
that
advantaged
shit.
strippers.
and if you lost them
Thank you.
somewhere in your travels, let me know. I'll get you
All right, man,
some fresh ones.
I may have grown out of them. But I'll be doing that at Squatters on the 21st. On the 25th, I really guys want you to check this out. I got a show called Green Pig Gives. We do a comedy show at the Green Pig downtown.
You hiring?
Yeah, actually they are. Every last Thursday of the month. Every last Thursday of 2018, just expect a comedy show at Green Pig.
There's only gonna be like 6 of them then.
Exactly. Hush. We're doing each show is for charity.
Hush.
So we're raising money. This month we're raising for Utah Road Home. I'll be hosting the show. We got some great comics on there: Amara Ames and Tanner Nicholson, Eve Jones and E.C. Folau. And then January 26th, I'll be headlining the Impact Hub with Taurus Fairley, Eileen Dobbins, and Aaron Woodall. So follow me on Incredibly Vocal Minority Podcast and fucking y'all motherfuckers hiring. Like that's about it. And then every Thursday I do beers with beer with Bill on ESPN 700 at 12:45 on every Thursday.
I thought that was going in a totally different direction, but okay.
Yeah, no, it's good. That's it. Sorry, that's it.
All right.
Sorry, y'all.
Are you still on the Disney Channel?
Yeah, I'm getting that Disney money still. They hiring.
That's it. Give me a job on that show.
I mean, it's at a school that you can play a teacher.
You guys shoot.
I'm trying to do that right now, and I hate it.
He hates it.
Oh,
He's Shannon Barnes.
I fucking hate it.
But it's that Disney money, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't. That's not
So yeah, I'm kind of like fuck everything, but except my pub quiz.
Are you back in love with the pub quiz now?
It's the only thing I like that makes me money.
Damn. At least you're honest.
Yeah, come to my pub quiz. It's Wednesdays. Lucky 13, 8:30. It's just fucking great. It's just holy shit. It changed your damn life.
Really does.
and we are not hiring.
Good
We're
to
all
know.
we're
Good to know.
staffed the fuck up.
Well, now you changed Lee's life earlier
Oh my
Fuck
God.
yeah, I did.
with the magic of the hot. Lee George Cade, everybody.
Hi.
Lee George Cade is here.
Yes.
What'd I do for you there, buddy?
This hot toddy actually has given me what little voice I have right now. So thank you.
Yeah,
What kind of black
Thank you,
magic did you
senpai.
do there?
It's
That's a hot
I'm a
toddy.
good bartender.
bartender magic.
Yeah.
He's an apothecary, actually.
But bartending in Utah is just a crock of shit. So, I mean, I'm glad you got out of that because
Yeah.
it was soul sucking in its own right.
People ask
So-
me that all the time. You want to go back? Would you go back? And I go, no, you have to like walk around and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bert's Tiki Lounge is dead, so it's really what's the
Like,
point?
where else could I work?
Yeah,
I got to work at a place where I can go, fuck you.
yeah, right.
Get the fuck out.
And where else has like a giant jar of pickled eggs that's like 100 years old? You
No,
know?
those were
Nowhere.
fresh.
Yeah, no,
They
they're not.
were
Don't lie to
fresh.
me.
We
Don't lie to
went.
me.
Scotty made those.
Did he really?
Yeah, Scotty made
Oh
those.
my God.
That long-haired guy that you
Yeah.
saw. He.
No, I love
those were
Scotty.
Scotty pickled eggs, and we went through them so fast that.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
he
ate a
made 'em.
bunch. I just thought that they were really old. I was like, well,
I
I'm gonna
lived
die
on
of it. I'll
those
die
things.
happy.
Now I want a pickled egg.
I'm so sorry. We'll go get some. We'll run to Harmon's.
So Lee,
Yes, sir. I don't make or eat pickled eggs.
no,
It's kind of funny.
but you make vegan jerky.
I make all kinds of stuff. So here's the thing, folks. I'm gonna come right out and say it. My daughter was just accepted to the honors program at Westminster College.
Yeah.
Don't clap.
Oh my God.
No. What? Don't clap.
No,
It's
that's a
worth-
shit ton of fucking money.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
it's
That's
one of
my
the,
alma
true.
mater.
it's one of the more
Same.
expensive schools in Utah.
It
right?
is. I think it is the
we will
ex-
clap when we have the money.
Yeah, so that's
didn't
what I'm
have the
saying,
money,
folks.
but I
I'm
went
not
there.
asking for much. Buy some jerky. It's pretty easy. The more jerky you buy, the less of a loser I look like to my kid, which is important to me because I pride myself in my parenting skills. But that's a college. I look at the price tag and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, no. Luckily, she
No.
has really good grades, really good ACT scores. She's getting some financial aid.
I will
That's
tell you, as some, and I actually worked at Westminster
so
too.
cool.
Did you
Yes, you
really?
I did. I worked in the Start Center. I like registered kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The first resistance
Yeah.
against. Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So they are. If Westminster is great at anything, it's helping finding financial aid.
Yeah, so they're
I'll
helping
tell
out with that. But I mean, seriously, folks, what keeps me on this show and allows me to do this show instead of working in a call center again is your support at Vegan Agenda or Fresh Vegan Foods. So I appreciate that. You can buy jerky at Fresh Vegan Foods on Etsy, or you can just stop in our shop. It's 145 East, 1300 South, Suite 201. We just started doing some soy chorizo breakfast burritos
Oh,
that
nice.
you can pick up there. They're $6. They're about 1.5 pounds, and you
It's a
won't
baby.
you won't eat for the
It's a
rest of the day. It really is a lot of food. But
Tasty.
you know, that's how you can support me so I can continue to vaguely entertain you. Unless we're talking about Star Wars. I guess I'm on fire when Star
No,
Wars is
you
the
are.
topic.
Oh, you are the
So,
you are
I'm
the you are the seer. You are the prophet when it comes
but
to
you
Star
know,
Wars.
seriously, for the last 6 years, thank you so much for your support, and I need more of it.
Well, can I add? I don't want your voice, right? I implore you, please, and I'm going to do it. Lee,
Yeah.
I'm going to come in this week. I'm going to buy something.
You can buy a breakfast burrito.
I'll buy it.
He'll feed it to you, actually.
Will you feed it to me?
slowly. I'll even pre-chew it for
Just yeah. Oh, he'll feed you
You're
like
going
a
to feed
baby
me like a
bird.
baby bird?
you. Yeah.
No, but seriously, people, come on.
$30 a month. You can watch Shannon and I in a live feed while I feed him.
No, I just want to say this. Like, we do this shit for free. We've been doing it for almost a decade
Coming up
now.
on 10 years. Yeah.
And come on, people. Like, go stop in and buy something from Lee if you live in Utah.
Oh, if I have to go back into the workforce, that's going to be super entertaining. 50-year-old with minimal job skills.
I'll hire you, babe.
Nothing but sheer hustle. That's all I got.
Yeah.
All I got's hustle.
Hey, you got
Lee-
that's street cred.
Lee, I'm making
Hustle.
I'm making a commitment to you right now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And you know how much I love commitment.
So I won't be seeing you.
No, I'm making this commitment, and I would like everybody that listens to this show that lives in Utah.
Okay.
I am committing to stop in, and I'm going to spend at least $5 in your restaurant. I mean, in your shop.
Restaurant went out of business.
Yeah, it's a convenience store now.
Yeah. It is.
$5 a week.
You're a dream to come home to.
No, but see, but
Well, you
that's
can-
not much of a commitment.
it's
but
not.
If,
And you
but
can-
if everybody that listens to the show
Well, and
does
you can
that,
buy the jerky online. So
You really
no,
can.
I'm gonna stop in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop in. It's on my
Well,
way
if you
home.
stop in, that means I can keep Allison employed.
That Allison
Oh.
would like that.
Do not hurt Allison.
Oh,
No.
you mean the employment status of the adorable Allison is in danger?
It could be, yes.
I'm gonna spend $10.
Okay,
$10 a week.
I'm keeping her.
Go.
There we go.
That $10 is
That's
keeping her employed.
beautiful. It's gonna
No,
keep her
But
hair
no, I'm
bright
saying
and her
no.
spirit
I'm
good.
not fucking around here. Everybody do that.
Support.
If you
And
live in
you
Utah,
know what? I get it.
know?
It's rough times right now.
Oh, it is.
It really is rough times. I mean, people in Hawaii right now are just like, what the fuck?
My friend,
Right?
my friend Eric.
Family.
So I get that. I get that. You're thinking, oh shit, we just got an incoming missile alert. I'm not thinking about Leigh right now, but actually think about me. then run and duck and cover.
Will you make me a special Zoloft glazed version of your jerky just so I can
That
get to
should
work
be
every day on
dope.
time?
Yeah, I want that too.
We'll do it under the table.
It
Doesn't
actually,
need to be,
if you eat the teriyaki sriracha,
Yeah.
it'll actually light up all the endorphin centers. It'll do the same job as
I'm
Zoloft.
ready.
So-
What'd you say?
And it's gluten free.
Wait,
well,
wait,
and
what's
I've
the- what's-
bought it twice already.
Teriyaki sriracha.
It's sriracha.
Yeah, little
Sriracha.
tiny.
Well, you said
There's-
you said Sriracha like
I
It
did
smells
say
like Sri Lanka.
like
So
Sri
Jay-
Lanka.
Jay, what you just heard was my accent.
Please
What accent is
don't
that?
make
It's his-
fun of his accent.
It's his vegan accent. Don't make fun of his vegan accent.
No, Jay,
No, I
Jay,
just-
Jay, I grew up 35 miles away from you. We have a similar accent.
Right, but I'm just the thing is, I just didn't know if I was saying I'm. Lee, you're smarter than I am
No,
on a lot of
no.
things. So I thought I'd just been saying
No.
it wrong for a long
No,
fucking time.
you have been. There is that extra R in there. I'm serious. Go look it up.
See, well,
It's
I mean,
sriracha.
y'all
to
know
me.
things. Y'all know me. I say things differently than a lot of people.
Say
Yeah.
them better,
The,
actually.
the upside down, the face down, ass up. That's what y'all call
MRE, IUD.
Oh, I love it.
the Sriracha.
Now,
I like how you don't pronounce the S in Star Wars.
Tower.
I love the towel.
Oh,
I love the towel.
we're only 11 minutes in and my eyes twitching.
I know, right?
That one
Oh, we
got
have
me.
more people here on the
Jimmy,
That one got me.
Jimmy and Tony couldn't be here, and they're probably thankful right now.
Did you see the picture Tony sent me?
No. Oh, the thing.
The running mech?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a strip club.
Oh
but
no!
then
I
remembered
will
it's
show
Tony.
you. I will show you.
It's pretty
Tony.
bad.
Tony's wherever the fuck Tony's at.
It's a CES.
Okay, so Tony found
In Vegas? Oh, jealous.
there's a running mech. It's got 9 legs, and somebody sits in a cockpit in the middle, and it fucking
Do
runs.
they play that So Happy Together song while it runs around?
I don't know,
That's
but
amazing.
Tony has this look like I'm so happy, I want to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
But since they are not here, we brought in our returning champions.
Ding ding.
What's up? What's up?
Kiki, did you say you're at Westminster?
I went to Westminster.
Oh,
I got my
where?
master's last
Oh,
year.
okay. Oh, you did.
Masters in what?
Thank you. Community leadership. Looking at social change with arts and cultural organizations.
Oh my God,
That's my girl.
Damn.
Look at you.
that is some potent shit there.
That is.
It was hard. It was like going to war.
Every single day.
Yeah. But it's over. So, what's up, guys? Kiki Fury here. Light a fire they can't put out. That's my motto for the new year.
And,
Damn.
And where can we find your stuff?
I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, cosplayer. Play a couple of games. I'm just your nerdy girl next door. Things that I got going on is some new cosplay projects. Really into My Hero Academia. Shannon, get your ass
I
up
know,
and
you
watch
keep
that anime.
I'll watch it.
So good.
It's about teachers, right?
It's about like superheroes that but like a school and teachers and
Shannon,
students.
Where-
It's
What the fuck?
Fuck,
Is
Jesus
it-
Christ.
it's amazing.
Okay,
You
compared to One Punch Man, what's the humor level at? Really?
My Hero is better than One Punch Man for
Because
me.
One Punch Man
Where
has
do I
me
find it
laughing
at?
on the fucking
It's on
ground.
Funimation.
Funimation?
Yeah.
Is it
And it's on Hulu too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I
Yeah.
told you.
Yes.
Monday.
Yes.
I'll
If
do
you
it.
don't
Nice.
have Hulu, I have a Hulu login. I'll
Yes.
just give you.
I got it.
So-
Yeah.
so
But
look
yeah,
for
new projects, cosplay projects. Find me Facebook, Twitter,
Kiki Furia.
Kiki Furia, Furia. I'm also writing graphic novel.
Yep.
What?
Yes.
Yep.
Good for
And
you.
I've already committed some art to it.
Yes,
Oh,
Leigh has. I
nice.
have an
Yeah.
artist in St. Louis. David,
Nice.
shout out to you. He's hooking me up too.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be fun stuff.
And Kari has a Hulu account that we can use.
Yes, that's me. Hello. I actually have been informed that I've been saying all my social media wrong. So there's some poor woman, and she's from Salt Lake, who uses the Instagram and Twitter handle Peachy Kari. Mine's Peachiest Kari. The
Ooh.
Peachiest Kari.
You threw some shade at
Yeah,
that
okay,
one.
but she's like a mommy blogger, and she's like, why are all these fucking nerds following me now? And I cannot. I I just want to publicly apologize to Peachy Kari. I'm
Say it
Peachiest
right.
Kari.
Say it right.
My Twitch TV is Peachy Kari, but my Twitter and my Instagram are Peachiest Kari.
Okay.
She said, "Why are
Yeah.
all these fudging nerds following?"
Oh yeah, that's right. Right. Why are all
Yeah.
these
Heck
nerdy
darn
nerds?
poop.
These heck darn nerds following me.
She was like,
so.
"Just us, Rosa Sharp, get off the entertainment center. Mommy's trying to blog."
She makes custom bonnets, so that's definitely people would follow her and be like, "Wow, she is so much more wholesome than she is on the Geek Show."
That is
What a
great.
lovely blonde middle-aged woman who doesn't drink or smoke and goes to church every Sunday. So that's not me. That's not me.
Hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
I bet you she's got a clogging trophy in her case.
I'm
You
so
should-
sorry.
You should start making like really not wholesome bonnets.
I know. I should just start making bonnets with like, oh man.
Like a bonnet for a baby that just says titty sucker on
Oh
it.
my god, that would be amazing.
But
Oh, and it's
make-
embroidered.
Make sure you embroider it with really classy as fuck letters.
Yeah. Oh, see, I always wanted like a baby bonnet that just says Yeezy taught me on the back of it. It's horrifying.
Yeezy taught me.
Yeezy
That's one
taught
of the.
me.
Oh,
I always wanted a onesie that just said "Ultimate STD" on it.
Oh my god.
Because
All
my
right.
daughters decided that
Yeah.
that babies really are the ultimate STD.
Well, I'm gonna make bonnets to raise funds for your daughter's college. So
There
Oh
you
my
go.
god.
I mean,
There you go.
clearly.
Make a bonnet that says "There's probably shit in my pants."
Oh, this is horrifying. What have we done?
Oh,
I apologize,
I'd
Peachy
say
Kari.
I'd say take the probably out of that one.
There is shit in my
There is shit in my
pants.
There's definitely shit in my pants.
Well, I'll tell you who doesn't have shit in his pants
What's
right
that?
now.
Who?
Our host, Kerry
Yeah.
Jackson.
Oh,
Hey.
well, that's refreshing.
You know, I
When
yeah,
did
because I'm
you
sitting
get
right
here?
next to you.
think he might have a little shit in his pants.
There might be a little.
Because I'm on a mission. I'm not gonna lie.
What's your mission?
I'm gonna fall asleep by 5 o'clock today.
You gonna? Good for you.
I
It's
bet
a
I'll
race
beat you.
between-
I'm gonna win it. I'm pulling a full Whitaker
And
today.
go.
Because we have our champion.
There is so much less ammunition in front of Jay right now though, than there was last time.
I don't know.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
a
was-
protein shake, sweetheart?
No, this is just water. just good old,
Yeah,
you know,
I looked
water.
over at Jay
I
halfway
smell
through the
it?
second show last recording session, and there was like 7 or 8 beers empty in front of him, and then an empty bottle of Crown Royal, and I'm like, Jason. And he looked at me and he said, "You're a funny kangaroo," and he fell asleep.
Oh my god! I just smelled the water.
I'm
and
gonna
it
pull a
doesn't
Jeff
smell like
Sessions
vodka.
and say I do not recall.
Carrie, where can we fucks with you?
Oh, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10, x96.com. Yeah. Right? Yeah, you can watch me on the TV there. It has the television channel when we're on. It has all the excitement of watching 3 grown people sit at a table and talk, and it's fascinating.
How does that
That's
square up to
happening right
6
now.
grown people sitting at a table talking?
It's just
It's
as
twice
exciting.
as much.
Yes. Well, no, Excitable James says our YouTube channel is really happening. So, way to go. So subscribe. All right.
We love Excitable.
Should I start with a letter?
Oh,
Yes.
really quick, I got to give a super quick shout out to all the folks at Geek Show Fit that are kicking ass, taking names in
I should probably just
2018.
join that. I'm already doing the thing.
You should. You're doing the thing.
probably
It's
do
on
that.
Facebook, right?
Everybody we've been doing this for like 3 years, and I've been neglecting it because coming from a broken home myself, I find that I just like to pay attention to my children for a few of the minutes and then walk away for a year. So, but ultimately, everybody's just doing a great job over there. So if you want a little encouragement, a little pick me up, a little boost to the tickle me ego, then just hop on Geek Show.
It's a good time.
Well, then might I suggest that Heidi, whose letter I'm about to read,
Yes.
she should join. Because
She
it's
should.
not just physical fitness.
No, it's fitness.
It's mental.
It's wellness.
Mental illness.
Well, yeah,
wellness.
exactly. When you need a boost. Let's see. My dearest Kari and the Geek Show panelists. This letter comes to you after many sips of dark alcohol alongside Kerry in the fireside chat.
I didn't listen to it this year because I cry enough.
It was 150% less maudlin.
It was.
Okay.
It was.
It was actually
I-
kind of inspirational.
I worked on it. You know, instead of just winging it, I worked on it.
There was
this
a
time.
really strong up with women message too.
There was.
Yeah,
too.
it was.
Yep.
I intend to write you a thank you letter, although I may diverge along the way. I want to extend my deepest thanks. I'm a 30-year-old woman. In 2017, brought about the biggest change I have ever known. Without you, the Geek Show, and the geek community I have come to know and love, I'm not entirely sure I would have had the courage to do what I did in 2017. The 2016 election changed me. I think it changed a lot of people, but as a woman, my entire worldview seemed to shift, and that's in large part thanks to the words I squeezed into my head while listening to the Geek Show. I finally became the woman I was meant to be. I stopped needing the approval of men, or anyone for that matter. I started to truly love myself, love who I have always been, but been stifling to conform to society or stifling for the approval of those around me.
Wow.
I finally become an unapologetic geek who squeals and screams when she loves something, who quotes or makes references even when no one will get it. I'm no longer afraid of the gatekeepers and not trying to impress anyone with my geek knowledge either. I'm just living, I'm just enjoying, I'm just experiencing and loving. I found the courage to leave my husband this year.
Oh, that's a great feeling. I've done
Oh,
that.
girl.
I left her husband once too.
I found the courage to know that I needed freedom. I have been through years of verbal, emotional, and physical abuse with him. I've cycled through abusive relationships, and I finally found the courage, the self-love to make it stop. I will never let a man make me feel hopeless, helpless, or afraid ever again. And this is the results of months and years of working on my self-love, of which you, the Geek Show panelists, deserve credit, if nothing else. And I appreciate that, but no. It
It's
was
all you.
It was
It's all you.
It was
Yeah.
all you. I like to think I'm channeling Diana Prince, and God damn it, I'll love every minute of it. But I'm also just being me, the me I was meant to be, the me I've spent my entire life trying to change or apologize for. Your words, your views, your weekly encouragements have been a huge contributor in this. I love each and every one of you and feel like I'm sitting with friends each week as I plug you into my ears. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for every word. May 2018 bring us even further. Heidi. P.S. I am totally inebriated.
Big things in 2018.
Right. But no, I think
Swallowing.
that is like might be the best letter we've ever.
It's a damn good one.
It's a damn good one.
It's up there.
It's up there.
It's up there.
You know,
I feel like we gotta again round of applause.
No,
for
that's-
her.
that's
fantastic.
for
'Cause
going.
in the immortal
Stepping
words
up.
of Dr. Paul White, it's
Yes.
it's be better 2018.
Be better.
2018. And so it's like, the world's on fire. Everything's shit. So really the only thing we can do is make things better. And I think Heidi's like a shining beacon of that, is that you're going to have to make your own happy here. And as far as leaving a husband's concerned, sometimes that's toxic. Sometimes that's a giant fucking anchor that's going to drag you down to the bottom of the sea of sorrows, right?
Yeah, don't let the societal stigmas about divorce.
Some of the happiest people I
No,
know.
I'm
Yeah.
a divorcee.
Yeah.
As am I.
I got married at 22, got
Yeah.
divorced at 25.
I had a starter
fine.
marriage as well.
Yeah.
I
an easy
have
trainer
the
marriage.
odd dichotomy of 25 years of marriage and a divorce.
Yeah.
But you don't need another person. You need you and a healthy relationship
Right.
with you, and then you can move forward. And whether that means you're single or you're with somebody doesn't
Yeah.
matter, because that's not going to define you. Your own fierce warrior spirit is what's going to define you. So
Absolutely.
Heidi, my hat's off to you.
Exactly.
You
So
sound like
I-
you've made some huge healing changes in your life.
So this is gonna sound totally crazy. Most of my shit's gonna sound totally crazy. This week.
Excellent. I welcome it.
So I'm doing a read aloud at the Sev, and it's a book called The One and Only Ivan, and it's based on a true story about a gorilla that lives in a shitty, like, strip mall zoo.
Mm-hmm. I remember you telling us about
My
it.
Yeah,
God,
and
it's
it's-
about me.
And it is the most sad book. But the gorilla tells it in such and the gorilla is the narrator, Ivan. And he tells it in such this hopeful way. But while you're reading it, you're like, this fucking gorilla's life sucks, right? And the line that struck me, and it made me cry as I was reading this book aloud to my wards, was
Your youthful wards.
Your Jedi babies.
right. So there's this part in the book.
Younglings.
There's this
Younglings.
part in the book where there's a little kid and he's got his hands against the plexiglass confines of this gorilla's. He calls it his domain.
My God, it is about me.
Oh my God.
And this kid tears are streaming down the kid's face, and he says that must be the loneliest gorilla in the world. And then the gorilla says, "I wish humans understood how gorillas think. No matter what happens to you, you can get used to anything if it happens long enough."
Oh,
And I just went,
I don't know if that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's like the
But, no,
frog in the boiling water, though.
Yeah.
You go slowly.
but so like this gorilla's like, I'm fine. I live in this shitty little thing with I don't know any of the gorillas. I've got a TV that barely works, and I've got a kiddie pool full of dirty water, and I've got a stuffed animal and a ball. They took away the bat because I broke a little hole in my enclosure. But everything's fine. And I'm like, what a metaphor for for life. You know what I mean? And you know what? I just want to say, congratulations, Heidi. I'm glad you broke out of your fucking shitty little domain. You know?
I'm just happy for her. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to piggyback up. I'm collecting everything that everyone's saying, and it sounds like I had the privilege and honor to see Dr. Cornell West at Weber State last night. And if you guys don't know who he is, he's fucking read up. He wrote Race Matters, Democracy Matters.
Dynamic speaker.
Just an incredible.
Read him with your James Baldwin and figure some shit out about the world.
Well, and he shows up on Bill Maher all the time.
He gave probably the most riveting pep talk I've ever heard, ever. I mean, it was. We're talking. I'm paraphrasing the best I can, but we always talk about staying woke. Nah, he's like, don't do that. Stay fortified, because he's like, you stay woke too long, you get insomnia. And so, and he says, and we when you're talking about the gorilla,
Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan. We get to this point where we start to normalize, and we get so used to anger and accepting this bullshit and just he's like, no, expect better. Stop being smart, be wise. It was just crazy, and I'm like, I'm still. They live streamed it. Watch it. Listen to this on MP3 or something. Just please find this clip, and I'll try to post it on my respective social media. People need to listen to this speech, and it's because it's Heidi. When I listened to your letter, I'm like, yeah, you might have been in that audience last night, because if anybody that was there, you was like, okay, I feel different. Something about me is different. And I mean, that man broke down the difference. He was saying, we need more substance, in people, like we have songs out. Destiny's Child, Say My Name, but we need to take the Curtis Mayfield Otis Redding approach to say, try a little tenderness, and he's like, he was talking about how people need the thick, not the thin. Like, they need that thick shit that will sustain them, he says, Milli Vanilli was the thin, Milli Vanilli won 2 Grammys. Curtis Mayfield never won a Grammy in his fucking life. Right. And it was just, but I'm like, I'm paraphrasing the best I can, but
there's
when I
so
read,
much density to it.
Like, literally, it was if this was like listening to the Black Thought 10-minute freestyle, but with just speech. Like, it was just this motivational speech, and just
it's about sustaining yourself.
Yeah.
It's about staying alive.
Yeah,
you can be mad and you can be angry and you can be outraged for a very long time, but if you don't sustain, there's nobody going to be nobody's going to be left for the fight.
Yeah.
Kiki?
What I think is beautiful about Heidi's letter, and what I identify with and connect with, is nothing is more beautiful than your own self-awakening. To see that, like, you know what, I am stronger than this. I am not going to put up with this shit. And like I said, my motto for 2018, light a fire they can't put out. Light a fire in yourself that no one can put out. And you keep moving forward. Damn.
Girl.
So
the spark.
You're Furia.
Just
spark. Kiki Furia.
Just remember at all times, when you're looking to light things on fire, tires cannot be put out.
Tires forever burn.
Tires.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
That's the town of Springfield.
Well,
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you.
what do you think hobo fires are made of?
When David Lynch shot Dune, they needed thick black smoke, and so they went to a junkyard in Mexico City, and it was at the end when they shot a car coming and attacking the Atreides encampment. And there's thick black smoke everywhere. But what you don't know is that, like, almost everybody on the cast had to be treated for respiratory infections because the black burning smoke, and subsequently the fire didn't go out for a long, long time.
You're right, Leigh. I didn't think about that.
I didn't really think this one through, Leigh.
I had to teleport into space and vomit creamed corn.
We'll go to break here in a minute, but this is, looking at the new year and where we're at on the planet. I have some statistics here that
Yeah.
I just find fascinating. Because if you'd have told me 10 years ago when we started this podcast, because I always do if you'd told 12-year-old Kerry that this shit would be happening, I'd say, fuck you, you're lying.
How dare you play with me like that?
You're a fucking liar. But even 10
You
years
said
ago.
fucking 12?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was the most exciting thing you could do at 12.
Only
no.
thing I had.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Back in the day,
Obviously.
I'll tell you what.
Were you
Kids
guys
are doing way more exciting things even before the age of 12
Obviously,
Oh,
now.
you didn't have engine degreaser in your house when you were 12.
Oh
right.
my god.
But if you'd have told me 10 years ago that this would happen, I'd say, no way. But take a look at this. We got that new Black Panther 90-second spot.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing, first of all. Opens on February 16th. And it broke pre-sale records for the first 24 hours.
That's fantastic.
This is amazing. Fandango reporting that it is the best-selling Marvel Cinematic Universe in terms of pre-sales for its first 24 hours. It beat Civil War.
Great.
And that was the current champion. The movie viewing figures for the first trailer last summer, it outstripped Civil War. This is for trailer views. It outstripped The Force Awakens and Rogue One.
Good.
I'm not surprised at all. We're talking about this movie was made for a culture that buys Air Jordan 6 months in advance. Facts.
Well,
Like, it's just facts.
The truth of it is
It's
that,
just truth. We're the highest.
yeah.
Black folks are the highest spending. They like to spend shit.
Well, we look to black culture to set all of our trends, all of them. Literally, like we take your trends and then we don't pay you for them. So I mean, it's not a wonder
I
that
do have one
Black
thing to
Panther
say.
has sold out this incredible. I mean, people.
Y'all hiring?
Yeah, y'all hiring?
I saw something on that Jay posted a few days ago about there's an all black screening.
It's
of
not-
Black
it's-
Panther coming up.
let me.
I did a good thing there.
Let me
Please.
rephrase you. It's like I won't say all black. It's just like
Okay, but
it's
regardless,
predominantly for the
I
black.
saw some really stunningly ignorant posts.
Oh, I know.
In response, like, oh, and you say that white people are the racist. I just want to say, if you have a problem with a predominantly or all black screening of Black Panther,
Go fuck yourself. Oh, that's what I was going to
come
say.
talk to me in person. I will gladly help you get your teeth knocked out.
I'd just tell them to read a fucking book.
Yeah.
And again, and
Does this affect you in any way, shape, or form?
And this
No.
goes back to what you guys said in your other episode. Again, like representation is huge.
It is
like this
huge.
is a big moment for black people
Yeah.
in a way. Like, I mean, come on, like
You know what phrase needs to be erased from all conversation ever? Fucking reverse racism.
No such
I
thing.
never want to hear
No
that
such thing.
ever fucking again.
No such fucking thing.
Ever.
Yeah.
Because it's not a thing.
You deal with 300 or 400 years of segregation and
Yeah.
prejudice and lack of opportunity. And I mean, you look just at the GI Bill after World War II,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
anybody who wasn't white was completely exempted from the GI Bill. So what you have is the foundation of enterprise or prosperity in the United States is property. So the GI Bill allowed white soldiers to come home from World War II and get property. They were able to buy property because they had money that allowed them to go to college. And then they had money after going to college to get a better job. So they were able to get a house. And with that house, they were able to then lend that posterity to their children later. Their children then owned the equity of that home and passed that on to their children. That was completely exempted from Latin American people or African American people. And that's foundational. That's 60, 70 years ago. And so we look at 70 years, not even talking about the 350 years prior to that, but just the last 70 years, we've completely stripped away posterity for an entire non-white population of this country. And you wonder why people are pissed.
Well, and just we'll go to break here in a moment. But,
You
We're
can't-
like being so political.
I know.
You can't
Well, I
pass
got
it.
a ton of geek stuff coming.
Right,
I
and
swear.
it'll come up, people, but
yeah. But
We had to get
this
the
is-
political
we're
motivational
living in-
stuff out
we're
first.
living in odd times.
Yes.
And I need to fucking get this shit out of my
Yes.
head.
Right.
If I die tomorrow, I've got a house where $250,000 is going to my kids. If a friend of mine who's renting dies tomorrow,
It's me.
he's got some comic books.
I got some comic books.
Yeah.
I brought Scott the Disposable Assassin. This
Make
is
sure
worth,
you take it
uh,
home so you can pass it on to your
And-
Yo,
dog.
It's worth $29.99 USD.
If I
Well,
die,
it's kind of banged up.
if I die tomorrow,
The whole shebanged up.
I got a bunch of internet history y'all need to delete.
I got you. No, we already have that deal, Jay. Don't worry. I got you. I got
But
you
just
covered.
real quick before we go to break, and any of you who are ignorant enough to agree with Orange 45 that, yeah, Haiti is a shithole, why don't you
Fuck.
read?
Don't
Why
even
don't
get
you
me
read a
started.
little fucking history about what France and the United States have consistently done to that country since it began? All right.
And the fact that that place still fucking exists
Yes.
Yeah.
after all
The resiliency
well,
of Haitian people
the-
Haitian
right.
people is amazing.
First of all,
Yeah.
the political bullshit that's happened to them. Second of all, and you know, from my ex-wife, I know.
Yeah.
I have met and interacted with and fallen in love with many Haitians.
Yes.
They're fucking. That country has been
Oh, yeah.
basically erased.
I'm serious.
Like 6 or 7 times by natural disasters.
If you don't want to read a history book, there was an article in this weekend's Washington Post that says if you agree with the president, you're an idiot about Haiti. Look it up. It explains the history succinctly and just right there. If you don't want to read a history book, it'll take you 3 minutes, and you can learn an awful fucking lot and not be ignorant.
And
And no, they
and I
don't-
will say
and they
every
don't all have AIDS.
no.
That's a lie.
I will say every Haitian I've ever met have been the most amazing and kind and hardest working people I have ever met in my fucking life. And when I heard that fucking line this week, like I've never been to Haiti. I almost went to Haiti for my honeymoon, and I was scared because I'll say it right now. Okay, let's just say it. I'll say it right now. Some fucked up shit happens in Haiti.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had a Haitian dude in your yard once. I went to
I'm
a
just talking about
barbecue at your
natural
house.
disasters. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had just been to a haunted house in Utah, and he was laughing. He was like, "Oh, you think that's
Oh,
scary?
you think this is not?
In
This is
Haiti-
not scary.
In Haiti, the dead walk the streets."
Oh no, that was my ex father-in-law,
Yes, it was. A
and
great conversation.
he would often say, "I have seen the dead walk the streets of Carrefour."
yeah.
Holy
But
shit.
but just to dismiss, I don't know. Fuck. Anyway,
Well,
fuck him.
We weren't political.
Let's talk
by the
about
way.
fun stuff
That
when
wasn't
we get back.
politics.
I
at
got
all.
a ton of geek stuff
Let's-
coming
I'm
up.
excited about that.
We'll go right through it. After
These
these messages,
messages
we'll
will
be right
Bye.
back.
and much lighter.
I'm still awake.